Thank you, Yasser. We are indeed with Pedro Espinosa, who scored his first victory at the U.S. Junior Championships. First of all, Pedro, congratulations. How does this victory feel to you?
It feels really good. So far, it's been a rough tournament. I missed a win against Balaji, I missed a draw against Christopher, and then I kind of got mixed up out of the opening against Abhimanyu, just got crushed in that game. So it feels good to win again, finally.
Today against Carissa with the black pieces, a difficult opponent. Every opponent is difficult in this tournament. Were you surprised by her opening choice?
Definitely. So I spent a while prepping like some E4 lines, and I had actually like really good preparation there. And then she just goes like 1G3, and I was like, okay, I mean, whatever, just play chess. Like.
And Chessy, you did play. You actually set up your pieces nicely. Let's take a look at the game. Tell us the critical moments.
Yeah, so out of the opening, it was sort of like this weird position where she just puts her pawns on like G3, B3, A3, H3. And I wasn't really sure like what my plan was, but she doesn't have like a clear plan either. So we're both just sort of like waiting around, and then eventually she goes for like D4, and we sort of, you know, simplify a little bit. I think at some point she missed that I had like this Queen B6 resource, and I managed to like win a pawn, and then I was able to sort of consolidate.
How did you assess the position at this point after D4 and all these simplifications?
I wasn't really, it's probably like equal. I mean, it's very symmetrical. But I mean, there's still a lot of play to be had, of course.
Did you feel like you're on top though? The piece placement is a bit better?
I mean, the bishop on B2 is like a little bit awkward, I think, because it's kind of being blocked out by the D4 pawn. But it's probably like still like equal. I can't imagine black being like much better here. But I think she got a little bit too ambitious and like takes, rook F1. I think she missed Queen B6 and the points that I can hit B3, but I also have knight takes G3 because there's a pin on the king on G1.
Exactly, and there's no way to defend Queen F3 force for knight D2.
I'm not sure if this was like a blunder or a sacrifice or something, but I managed to win a pawn, and then I won a second pawn, and you know, I thought it was going to be easy from there. I was like, oh, I'm going to win this game, right?
Right.
But she had like this counterplay. I mean, from what I've seen, Carissa's very good at like creating counterplay and like being very tricky. So even after I won the second pawn, it was still very, very tough. And
let's go all the way to the point where you played that move Queen to E8, and then she started sneaking that dark square bishop in your position. Were you a bit concerned at this point?
Yeah, here, I mean, I was getting lower on the clock, and I was like, am I going to like lose this position? Because like, I really wasn't sure, like, maybe she can go like rook H1 and king G3, and she can go for some sort of like H-file attack. The bishop on D6 is very good, and my pawns aren't like that advanced, so I wasn't totally sure here. But I wasn't really able to find any like direct like win for her or any way through. And if she can't get through, I just go like B3, B2, and I win.
But you must have been playing for a victory at this point.
Well, yeah, of course, of course.
So let's keep going. She did not find the right moves. She played this move rook to H1.
So just, what was your intention, just Pedro, after rook takes C8?
If she takes on C8, I'm not totally sure what the point is. Like Queen C8 and like maybe like bishop. Oh, bishop E7. I missed that. What's happening here? Is this still equal? Or?
It's probably just a draw. Like
Yeah.
you have to go knight H7, and then it's going to end up in a perpetual.
Yeah.
Take on G6,
Take on
take,
G6. Yeah,
bishop F6.
Yeah, just perpetual.
Just perpetual. Yeah. And she did not go for this one. She went for a rook to H1.
It makes sense because rook H1 is like very intuitive because like, you don't want to trade pieces like you're attacking. So I think she just like probably didn't even consider it.
So you actually think that she was still playing for a win at this point?
I mean, I think she's playing for counterplay. Like she's just trying to like if you just like sit around and do nothing, like you just like lose. So you have to sort of go for something. And then I was able to like a G5 and kind of like trap the queen. And then from there, I think it was pretty easy. I just like pushed the pawns, and she can't do much. You have to be like a little bit careful because there's some like rook F5, rook F6 ideas, but you stop those tricks and you win pretty easily. Just queen and
nice conversion after this one. Pedro, congratulations, a big victory for you with the black pieces just before the rest day. How are you going to spend your rest day?
I'm probably going to go hang out with some of the friends I've made here. I've been hanging out a lot with like Brandon and Andrew. We've been doing some preparation together. And it's been really fun just, you know, being here and just being in St. Louis and getting to know all these people and play all these great players. So I do some preparation, have some rest, and hopefully keep playing well.
Go get your hangout, go get your rest, and we'll see you in a couple of days.
Thank you.
Well done, Pedro. Our congratulations as well.